Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Mario Hernandez, Jeff Conrad, Amber Pfizer, special guest Cam Ponick. This is our first of 4 coaches shows here at Island Wing Company on Beach Boulevard. This is the return of the Rounding the Bases podcast, episode 6. If you watched, we had 5 episodes 2 years ago. We are bringing it back live. We're taking this in a new direction, recording our show here at Island Wing Company, home of the SWOOP sauce. If you haven't heard about it, look into it, Island Wing Company. Thank you to our sponsor, Island Wing Company, for this amazing hospitality here tonight. We have an exciting show planned out for you guys with tons of new segments, tons of new things, and of course, our special guest, Cam. We'll get into that later in the show. You guys ready to jump into this or what?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So let's talk about last year's team. There was a lot of success from last year, tons of things that we did in the recruiting class with the portal. Coach, talk to me about just what your thoughts were from last year's season and just in general with the portal class and recruiting and whatnot over the summer.
Yeah, so obviously 47-win season, pretty memorable season. Obviously making it to a regional final is a big deal. Not only winning the conference tournament for the first time, getting into regionals for the first time, and then making it all the way to the regional final, which was obviously a pretty big deal. But really great season, and for our kids, they obviously took some time to enjoy it. Us as coaches, we jump right back in because we look at where our season ended last year. That's the new standard. That's where we need to, our season needs to conclude in some layer of the NCAA tournament. So, we jumped right back in. The day we were eliminated in South Carolina was the day the portal opened, and, we got to work on the bus ride home. Really was kind of blown away by the interest that we had in our program coming off of that season. And, we were able to really capitalize on that. A lot of the kids that we targeted were kids that were super interested in us. We're able to in turn bring in a top 10 national recruiting class, which is something that was pretty unheard of here at UNF. So a lot of exciting things, but I think our kids really were focused on enjoying it, but then moving on and getting ready to do it again. So that's kind of really what we've been working towards, and our kids have had obviously a great fall and then a really good start to the spring season.
Now, I know it's cliche, no days off, but we literally had no days off right after we got eliminated going into the portal. This obviously was your first year at UNF making a regional run. Talk about the momentum and how that helped you out going into the portal and just the program in general, like that momentum, how it created it, make it a little bit easier for us to go into the portal and be able to target some bigger fish in the pond.
Yeah, that's just it. We created a lot of momentum last year, and then, obviously the goal was to capitalize on that. So, summers are really challenging with us. Obviously Amber's playing, so, puts a lot of responsibility on you and I to constantly be on the go and recruiting and, reaching out to kids and lining up different prospects, going to different tournaments, stuff like that. But yeah, we had a lot of momentum. Usually, how many times in previous years we're hitting, F5 or refresh every 5 minutes trying to see the new kids that are in the portal, sending out emails. We're sending out hundreds of emails, and out of that, maybe you're lucky you get 5 or 6 kids to respond, right? And, now it's a situation, we get on the bus after South Carolina and we're going to work and our inbox is full. People reaching out, trying to get a hold of us. Your kids look like they have a lot of fun. I want to be a part of that, different things. So for us, really to, capitalize on that momentum was, a really big thing. It's something that we felt was crucial for us, to be in that situation where we can expect to be in the NCAA tournament year in and year out. So, it was a lot of hard work, a lot of long nights, a lot of, watching film, research on different kids, finding out, because we are a program that's had a lot of success in the portal. These kids go into the portal for a reason. Like Nick Saban said, you got to pull them out for all the right reasons. So we do our homework. We make sure they're kids that are going to fit into our program, fit our culture. They're going to be kids that love to compete. That's, a big thing of what we built this thing on. So, it's obviously a great tool. It's something that we think has really helped us. And we were able to obviously take advantage of a really good season and kind of capitalize on that.
Now, I think for me, the coolest thing was and I believe it was 643 charts, and maybe if we could find the graphic, we'll drop it on the page at the end when we post this story. But it had the top 10 portal class, and you saw Arizona State, you saw Florida, you saw Tennessee, and then all the way at the bottom was little old UNF at number 10. Like, talk me through like how, obviously you being the head coach of the program, like how cool is that to be able to see that and just kind of like all the hard work that you have put into it, just to see kind of that momentum and that opportunity to be ranked 10th in the country for portal class.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. I mean, like you said, it was Florida, Florida State. It's all these logos that everybody recognizes, right? Big football teams, schools that have gone to the College World Series. You know, it was the who's who of logos. And then you get your way down to number 10, and then there's UNF, and I'm sure there were a few people around the country that are kind of like, who is that? You know, but it's like I said after we, you know, wrapped up at South Carolina, I think this program's on the map now. I think people know who we are. We're here to stay. We built this thing for the long run. We're not, you know, going to be some flash in the pan, one hit wonder. You know, and it was. I think it was really just a signal of all the hard work that this entire staff has put in, not only to build this program up to the point of where it is, but how hard we work on the recruiting trail. You know, I mean, you've seen it. You've been out these tournaments in the summer, and some of these Power 5 schools are showing up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to see a kid here or there, and we're the school that's there at 8 o'clock in the morning for that first round of games. And then, you know, the sun's falling, and it's dark, and the lights are on, and you look around, and everybody's gone, and we're still there. You know, so to me, that's just, you know, a reflection of all the hard work that we put in on the recruiting trail. And, you know, we're in a situation where we try to recruit good kids, and I think we do a good job of developing kids. You know, and I think all those things to me are just a direct reflection of all that hard work that we put into it.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. So moving on and looking to this season. So 19 games into the year, had a good start to the year. So walk me through kind of what your thoughts have been from the performance thus far.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously put together a really challenging schedule. You know, Auburn was a game that we picked up pretty late. You know, and then you're sitting there and you're thinking like, gosh, you're already looking at, well, the following week we got 2 games in Florida. We got this trip out to Arizona. Do we really want to throw Auburn into the mix, you know? But we've always been a program that's played everyone. We don't shy away from any situation. So when the opportunity presented itself, we jumped on it. I think it was a really cool opportunity for our kids to play on opening night, host an SEC team on opening night. You know, and obviously the kids were motivated. We came out, we played really well. You know, we got after Auburn pretty good. You know, 11-3 in 5 innings. So pretty good outcome there. A team that's obviously gone on to do some good things and will, you know, be in that conversation for the top 25. So great win to start the season, and you know, just I think we've really done a good job of staying consistent with how we started the season. You know, we got off to the best start I think it was in D1 history. You know, and obviously, you know, last week we had a really challenging schedule. We played in Gainesville, and then we came back the next night, played them here. And then that morning we got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to fly out to Arizona, go across the country, you know, and play a really good Grand Canyon team and play a good schedule out in Arizona. But, you know, all these things we did purposely to try and be prepared for where we want to get to. You know, those are the types of teams, those are the games that we're going to have to win in order to get to a super regional. And, you know, we're not shy about that's what our goal is now. You know, we've made it to a regional final. Now we got to get to a super regional, you know, and then once we get that accomplished, we'll continue to build on it and set our goals even higher. But, you know, really proud of this group. It's been you know, they've been challenged. I mean, the schedule has not been easy. It hasn't, you know, it's just as mentally challenging, I think, some of the situations that we were in. And, you know, that trip out west is a very tough trip. You know, I mean, you're literally sitting on the plane for 4 hours. You go through that 2-hour time change. And you go out west, and you're the one team that doesn't look like everyone else. Everyone else has got West Coast ties. You know, so you're playing these games where you're not going to get any home games. You're going to be the road team. You're probably not going to get too many calls that are going to go your way. But, you know, I mean, we haven't built this program to where it's at by taking shortcuts. So we're kind of used to, you know, embracing the grind and getting after it. But, you know, really proud of these kids. Great start to the season. You know, I still think even though we're whatever we are, 14-5, I think it is, I still think we can play better. You know, maybe that's coach speak or whatever you want to call it. But, you know, I think we still are looking to put our consistent A game on the field night in and night out. And I think, you know, over the next couple of weeks as we build into the conference season, that'll be a goal that we'll be looking to achieve. Yeah,
no, I think that's awesome. So, all right, we're going to do a new segment. So shout out to a new sponsor out there potentially. If you want to join, if you want to sponsor the podcast, you're more than welcome to. So this new segment is called Blast from the Past, okay? So what we're gonna do is, because I know you like to compare, I know you like to talk about previous teams. So comparing, how do you feel like this team is in the position compared to last year's team, same time around now?
Great question. It's really hard to compare teams. They're all different in their own way, right? I think I looked at it, and you'll have to remind me, but I think we're pretty much on the same pace right now as we were last year. I think just looking at the schedule, I think we got a chance once we get to that 30 game mark to be a little bit ahead of where we were last year. But I mean, the one similarity is I think, this team loves to compete. And that's, I think, one of the things that when we started to build this program that we kind of really focused on was that the competition aspect, getting kids used to competing. Everything that we do is all about competition. So I think that's a thread that this team has in common with last year's team. Top to bottom, our lineup this year is probably a little bit deeper. It's got a little more length to it. Our pitching staff's a little bit younger, but we feel just as good about the arms we have now as what we had last year. So I mean, I think it's really hard to get into the nitty gritty about the two different teams, but I don't know. I think this team has a chance to be. The one thing I will say is last year's team we thought had a chance to be very good, and they went out and they proved it every week that hey, this is a really good team. And I think this team has that same ability. They have that same challenge. But they got to go out and they got to prove it on a week-to-week basis that they can go out there and be that team. So, obviously a lot of season still left, but I think there's a lot of opportunity for this team to be right there in the same conversation with last year's team.
So last year's team versus this year's team, Cam Ponick versus Benny in the Circle, who's winning? I'm not gonna make you answer. I'm not gonna make you answer that question. Put you on the spot like that.
Cam's sitting 5 feet away, but Benny still has my phone number.
Yeah, you'll be getting phone calls left and right after once that goes live from last year's team. You know you'll be getting those calls.
Right.
So you kind of touched on it a little bit, but last week was exhausting. It was a long week. We obviously had our Monday off day. Shout out NCAA. Had our Monday off day. Tuesday, Wednesday. We traveled on Thursday. Played Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Got home super late. Like, what was that like? Obviously, we didn't do that last year. We did it the year prior to that, but just talk me through kind of like just a little bit more in depth of just the trip, like your overall just kind of assessment of how the trip went and everything like that, and just how you think that trip itself of being able to push through all of that fatigue and everything, how that could set us up in the future down the run.
Yeah, honestly, and it's credit to our kids. I don't think they ever, used it as an excuse, but I thought we were tired when we got to Arizona. I mean, that was just my assessment. Like going to Gainesville, obviously not a very long trip, but it's still a trip, first trip of the season. We're in a tight ball game with them, 5-3 in the 7th inning. And I think they hit a home run and expand the lead a little bit. But, and then we make the trip back. We get back late that night, got to come out the next day, do it all over again. And then that game ends maybe 9 o'clock at night, and we're literally getting up at 3 o'clock that morning to go to the airport. So I thought like once we got to Arizona, I thought that first game, there was a lot of adrenaline that kind of carried us through that first game. But as we got to that night game, which was kind of the big game, the Grand Canyon game, the one I think everyone wanted to see, it felt like we started to feel, I thought at that point we started to look a little bit tired, a little lethargic. And not to take anything away from Grand Canyon, obviously a very good team. But I don't think that was our best when we played that game against Grand Canyon. And then we come out the next day and then we split again. Beat a very good UCSB team, I think a tournament team last year.
Yep.
And then we got to play San Diego again. And it was just, you could see the long days were catching up to us a little bit quicker than they normally do. And again, we're not a program that makes excuses, but I think that travel and everything of that week kind of took its toll on us. And then, really just kind of challenged the kids to dive in that last day. We had a chance, to leave there 3-2. We wanted to be at least 4-1, have a chance to potentially win, the weekend. That was our focus. And I think the kids, as tired as they were able to rally behind that and really dig in and find a way to really probably put one of our better games that we had out in Arizona on the field on Sunday. Travel back, it was another long trip. We get back late on Sunday night, and I just kind of made the decision that Monday usually is our off day. I don't want this thing to linger, right? We're gonna give them Monday and Tuesday off, give them a chance to fully reset, come back Wednesday ready to go, be fresh, and try to do that. And that was just, when I was at UCF, we went out to Hawaii, and that was a trip that was obviously a little bit longer. But we get back and we got to go the next night to Gainesville, and it just felt like that trip to Hawaii hung with us for like 2 weeks, like we were in this cloud. So I just felt like from that experience, like, hey, let's shut it down for 2 days. Let's get over this trip now, and let's come back on Wednesday, be as fresh as we can. We got a little 11-game stretch here before we get into conference. Like, let's put our best foot forward going into those 11 games. So hopefully it pays off, but it's just one of those decisions you have to make as you're going through the course of the season. And, I definitely learned a lot from Renee in that regard about, hey, you got to be able to keep a pulse on where your team is, when they need a day off, when do they need maybe to ease back a little bit and stuff like that. So just felt like it was important, and hopefully it pays dividends as we move on, through the season here.
Yeah. So looking ahead, obviously we've had to restructure the schedule a little bit with weather coming in and whatnot. So Tennessee Tech, DePaul this weekend here at home, which is great. We get to come back home. What's your thoughts on those two teams, and what's your thoughts on just being back home in general?
Well, good teams. We've had good teams on our schedule all throughout the fall. I tend to not pay a lot of attention to what teams' records are. Just kind of focus more on, what each team presents and their challenges and things like that. Obviously I know Tennessee Tech, those games are going to mean a little something to you personally. So, I'm sure the kids will rally behind that and put a good effort out to make sure we do our, take care of business in those games. And then obviously along with, yourself, I'm a Chicago kid. So being able to win those DePaul games obviously would be something that obviously means something, I think, to you and I both. But more importantly, it means a lot for our program moving forward. I think we got a chance to get on a little bit of a run here, winning some games and getting into, get that momentum heading into our conference season starting. So a lot of respect for both of those programs, the teams coming in. And, the one thing that we know is, and we've seen it already this year, like, we're going to get everybody's best shot. Like, everybody has the UNF game circled on their calendar. Whoever they perceive to be their best pitcher is who they're going to throw against us. And they're going to rally and they're going to give their best effort each weekend in that game against us. So, we can't afford to, take any innings off, any pitches off. We got to go every inning, every pitch, and, play to the best of our ability and really work on building towards finding that A game that we've been trying to find.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And fun fact, so obviously outside of Tennessee Tech, my first ever coaching job was at Valpo, full-time job. We played DePaul in our very first game, got smoked by them. So hopefully we can get a dub this time, because shout out Joe Yegi, he was there at the time. He was the coach of DePaul at the time, and they smoked us. So we played them twice, and at the Rosemont Dome, played them twice there. So they beat us twice. So
but I think
so hopefully
closing in on 100 wins here at UNF, right? So
so that'd be great. Add that to the resume. Get 100 wins over here. So I think that would be great. So looking ahead, next show's in 1 month. Where do you want the team to be at within the next 11 games? I know we've kind of already touched on that within the team setting and whatnot, but like, best case scenario for us, we fast forward next show here, 1 month, 11 games in after this. Where do you want the team to be at?
Well, I think, I talked to the team a little bit about this today. Like, we've lost 2 games at home, and I think we got to do a better job defending our home field. So our next 11 games are at home. They need to be 11 wins. We need to, defend our home turf, make sure when teams come here, it's a very hard place for them to play. So I think that's one of the things I want to see. I think that's also important because we're hosting the conference tournament here. So if we can make this place really challenging for people to play, really challenging for people to win, I think that helps us in the long term going into that conference tournament. Obviously, we'll be in the start of conference season. I think it's very important to get off to a good start in the conference. We obviously start off, I think, on the road at Stetson, very similar to last year. So, they're playing really good softball this year. So, it'll be a good, challenging start to the ASUN season, but I think it's imperative we get off to a good start. It's not going to get any easier when we get into ASUN play. we talk about these non-conference teams coming in and us having the bullseye on our back. It's going to be the exact same thing, magnified when we get into ASUN play. You know, everybody knows the conference championship runs through North Florida, and you know, with it being at our home field, I think that, you know, even accentuates that a little bit more. So it's imperative we get off to a good start. And, I think we got to do a better job of defending our home field.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Any closing remarks before we jump into our interview with our special guest?
No, I mean, obviously really happy to have Cam as a guest. I think she's, you know, done a really good job, obviously, this year. And I've said this a few times, but I was really impressed with her taking ownership of her own development, her own process this summer, how she went about her business. And I think, you know, it's for her to be in the position she's in right now, it's a direct reflection of the hard work, the buy-in she had for herself, the belief she had in herself. So it's great to see that she's being rewarded with a great start to the season. I hope she continues to stay hungry and continues to fight. There's a lot of good things, I think, in her future.
Yeah, no, I love that. So, Cam, I have an intro for you, but before we go through the intro, just to get you a little bit more comfortable, so this is what we decided to do. So, I know you're a gum review kid. So what we did is I'll let you do the honors. So have you had this before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, great. So Coach Fies thought you would have had it. So blue raspberry, Sour Patch Kids, Trident Vibes. So shout out Trident if you want to sponsor us. We will take any sponsorship. NIL for Cam. So you and Taylor Cook, I think, are the official gum reviewers, and I'm shocked that you've never had this one before.
I think Cook has this one in our lineup.
Okay.
So it's just like.
So shout out T Cook.
Yeah,
You could have been here. You could have been here to try it with us, but you decided not to be. But it's okay. So yeah. So okay. So here we go.
Okay.
So how do we do this? You gotta explain it to us. How we.
So basically, we try the gum.
Okay.
And then we all try it, and then we have to let it we have to chew it a few times, and we rate it on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
We give you a description of it.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Okay. All right. So here. So we'll give you. How many? Each person gets
Just
one.
one, just one,
Okay.
yes.
All right. So you got one there. Oh, that's too many. There you go. Right there. Okay. All right. So ready?
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
Now, what is that, blueberry?
Yeah, blueberry. Okay. You go first because you're the veteran in all of this.
It's actually very sour.
Okay. Okay.
Just like how Sour Patch Kids is.
Okay.
It tastes a lot like a Sour Patch Kid, and I think I give it an 8 out of 10.
Whoa, an 8 out of 10?
Pretty good.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay. Fives?
See, I'm more of a sweet pepper girl. Sour is not my
Okay.
I'm not the biggest candy person, but it's a pretty good taste, so I give it like a 7.3.
Okay. Jeff?
Well, first off, Cam, I'm as a experienced reviewer, I'm a little disappointed in the rookie score. I don't know.
Yeah, solid 8. Come on, you gotta be a little bit.
You
Yeah.
can blow a bubble with it. I like that aspect of it. I'm not a big candy guy, so I don't know much about these Sour Patch Kids, but I would say, I'd chew it again. I'm gonna go 7.6.
Okay. 7.6.
Not bad.
I would probably give it a 6 or a 7. So all right. So here we go.
Rookie score.
It's the joke. It's go along with it. It's not bad. I will say
I like it.
I'll go like a 7.8. 7.8 is what I'll go. It's not bad. I definitely would not chew this like during a game or something like that. Like it'd get me too amped up. Like I need to have polar ice.
Polar ice.
Yeah, polar ice a little bit lower. So I don't need to get amped up over there. So, but not bad.
We need to take off this gum though. Because
Yeah.
We're about to have it.
Yes, yeah, not bad, not bad. Okay, so before we start, our guest of the show, she is the Week 2 ASUN Pitcher of the Week. She went 3-0 with 2 complete game shutouts in 13 innings pitched. She had 16 strikeouts. She had 0 runs given up, only 1 walk. She had a perfect game through 6 and 1 innings pitched. Shout out Pete Ponick. 6.2, sorry, for the record. She's currently 6 and 1, ladies and gentlemen, than none other than Cameron Ponick. Cameron, welcome to the show, Cam. Welcome to the show. All right, are you ready to dive into it?
Yes.
Okay, so Coach Jeff kind of already talked about it, but you had 2 days off on a long road trip. Shout out NCAA days off. What'd you do on your off days?
I went shopping with a few of my teammates.
Okay.
That retail therapy.
Yes, that
Little retail therapy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Monday.
Okay.
And then,
Shout out Kelsey Vogel. Heard she did some retail therapy too. Heard she did some of that. Yeah. Yes.
And then on Tuesday, I went to the field, did some spins with Taylor Cook. But other than that, I just like was recharging,
Good.
resetting.
Good.
You know, new week ahead.
Okay. Are you a nap person? Did you take any naps? No naps.
Not a nap person.
Okay. All right.
You're dabbling into yoga though.
Yes.
You are. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
no yoga this
Yeah.
week, but we're thinking about doing yoga soon.
Okay, if there's a yoga studio out there that wants to sponsor Cam and T Cook, shout out them. We'll definitely throw you on the podcast to give you lots of shout outs. I personally go to Red Skies Yoga, shout out Red Skies. So two people right here you can sponsor if you want to give them some NIL love. We definitely love that. So how would you say the start of the year has been for you compared to other years in the past?
I feel like I would say the start of the year has been like more steady, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm more so focused on like my long-term goals rather than like game-by-game goals, and I feel like it's been good, and I feel like I've been taking everything pitch by pitch. So yeah.
Good, love it. So how much did last year's run motivate you this summer, during winter break, working out in the fall time? Compared to other years in the past, like how much did that run motivate you to be like, hey, I want to get right back to where we finished, and I want to be a huge impact for that position to be ready to go?
I feel like it motivated me a lot because I saw like what it was like to get to regionals, and I saw what it was like to get that far, and I feel like I want to be there again, you know. So I feel like it motivated me a lot to like really work hard and like stick to my mentality of like pitch by pitch and attacking hitters. And I feel like it would be great, especially with this team, because I feel like I love this team, and I feel like it was just like that was more fun to have that run again with them.
Good, I love it. So let me ask you this question. You get any choice you want. You get to go to a regional. Anywhere in the country that you can go. You get to pick anywhere. Where are we going?
I don't know. Maybe something on the West Coast.
Oh, come on.
But that is a long trip. That is a long
That
trip.
is, yes,
So,
yeah.
But that'd be fun. I
Okay.
don't know.
So where would it be if it was West Coast? Where would it be?
Maybe like California.
Okay.
Like all the
UCLA
yeah,
regional?
Yeah, let's go all the way.
Okay, that's tough. That's a tough one to get out of. That's a tough one to get out of if we're going there. But okay, all right. Little bit of West Coast love. Okay, okay. So kind of what Coach Jeff has been touching on, like you've been throwing lights out lately. You really seem to be taking that next step from the last 2 years. What's been your focus? Like you talk about a pitch by pitch focus. What has that focus been for you?
Like you said, definitely pitch by pitch, and I also feel like I have more of the mindset of like attacking hitters rather than just trying to like nibble away at them. And I feel like I have like a lot less walks than I do this year. Yeah, I have a lot less walks than I do this year than last year. And I feel like that like attacking hitters mentality really helped me, and also being able to trust my defense behind me is always a good thing. And yeah, I just feel like I have more of a attacking mindset.
Good. I love it.
Yeah.
Shout out the defense. Defense has been doing well for her.
Yep.
Shout out the offense. We'll get rolling with that, but we'll get you some more runs. But good. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna do another new segment. Okay, so shout out anybody who wants to throw a sponsorship in here. We're gonna do. It's called 7-inning questions. So I have 7 questions for you.
Okay.
You're just gonna right off the top of your head. You're just gonna rip it off. Whatever you think is the answer.
Okay.
Okay. You ready? What is your major?
Psychology.
Had to give you an easy one to start. Just an easy layup one. What's your hometown?
Parker, Colorado.
Now, is it Parker, Colorado, or are you claiming Florida? Because
It'll always be Parker,
okay.
Colorado. It'll always be Parker, Colorado.
Okay, Parker, Colorado. Okay, I love it. Favorite vacation that you've ever had?
We went. Me and my family went to like South Carolina and
Okay.
North Carolina last summer, and honestly, that was pretty fun.
Okay.
That might be. I've never been out of the country, so
Wow. Okay.
that's what I'll say.
Okay. Alrighty. All right. Well, South Carolina, North Carolina is not out of the country.
No.
Okay. So
No.
so you're saying you want to go out of the country?
Yes, I will.
Got it. Okay.
I
Okay.
will.
Okay. Okay. Favorite candy?
Skittles.
Any kind or just regular Skittles?
Any kind.
Okay.
A certain color?
The green Skittles specifically.
Ooh, okay.
Skittles.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Next one. If you remember back to the airport, we were in the terminal, and we were going to pick 3 players. Okay, so I got another pick 3 players for you.
Okay.
Pick the 3 goofiest players on the team. I'm talking certified goofy on the team, top 3.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be in order because I don't any order you want.
I'd say one of them is Caden Camper.
Okay.
Caden Camper.
Okay, camp. Okay.
I'd say another one is Whippy.
Okay.
For sure.
McQuillan, cute. If they don't know who Whippy is.
And then I'd say the third is maybe Marley.
Okay, Marley. Okay, all right. Shout out Marley. Okay. Okay. Over the course of the last 3 years, what has been your favorite road trip? Anywhere.
I don't know. Road trip?
Yeah.
I thought driving to and from conference was pretty fun.
Okay.
If that counts.
Yeah, that counts.
I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
that was pretty fun.
So that was fun for you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad somebody enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We definitely didn't. Do you have a favorite memory so far over the course of the last 3 years?
Honestly, I feel like my favorite memory was when we won either conference tournament or whenever we won against Virginia. And we
Okay.
came back.
Okay.
Yeah, being a part of that was.
Which one has a higher leg up on that for you?
I don't know, probably winning conference.
Okay.
Because we like won the whole thing.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, okay. All right. All right, so bonus question. And this is an opportunity for a new sponsor for us.
Okay.
So you got to be really thoughtful
Okay,
when you
okay.
think about this, okay? If you could have any pregame meal that you want in the team room delivered,
Yeah.
what would that meal be and where is it from?
Um,
This is your time to plead your case for a new sponsor, for some food trade, you know, maybe maybe Cheesecake Factory, maybe Morton Steakhouse, Ruth Chris.
Dessert tray, Maggiano.
Yeah, Maggiano's dessert tray.
I'm like nothing but cheese.
Shout out Nothing Bun Cake. There we go. Sponsor Cam.
I would say like Panera. I love Panera.
Cam.
I'm sorry, I love Panera.
Okay, all right. I won't be a hater. Okay. What are we getting from Panera? What's the meal? Like you pick 2, like everybody gets to pick what they want?
Everyone gets
Okay.
to pick 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shout out Panera if you want to join. Okay. All right. All right. So fast forward to the next stretch of the 11 games. What do you want to learn about your team over the course of the next 11 games at home?
I feel like I want to learn like how much energy we can get, because I feel like we have a lot of energy, especially in like the games that like we're doing good and like they're tight in. And I feel like I just want to like keep having that energy. And I also feel like I just want to see what we can do. You know, like I feel like we have a lot of talent, like a lot of talent, and I just want to see how far we can take that. And I hope to win these next 11 games.
Yes. There we go. Okay. Good. What if we got you 11 wins in the circle over the course of the next 11 games? I'm just kidding.
I was like, my heart might fall off. But
I'm just kidding. Okay, so we are gonna do. Are we ready for our next segment? Okay, so we have a surprise segment for you. Okay, so we have a surprise segment. So this next segment is the Island Wing Challenge presented by Island Wing Company. Island Wing Company on Beach Boulevard. Come in, try the SWOOP sauce. Great food. So Cam, here's what we're gonna do for you. Okay, so we have 6, I believe, is it right?
Yeah, 6.
So we have 6 different wing combinations. I promise your mouth's not gonna be on fire.
I
Okay.
like spicy foods anyway.
Oh, okay. We
Okay.
dropped the ball on that. We could have definitely. Yeah.
For tomorrow and stuff,
No,
just on the safe
yeah.
side.
So here's the segment. So what you're gonna do is you are gonna try just one bite. Everybody knows the rules. Try one bite of every wing, and you have to guess the sauce. Okay.
Okay.
At the end of our coaches show, over the course of the next few weeks, whoever guesses the most like the most sauces of what they are, will get a prize at the end.
Okay.
I heard Coach Jeff talking about steak dinner or something like that.
Oh.
So yeah, so could be the case of what he said. So dive in, any number that you want to try, and then just give your best guess, and then we'll see where you score from there.
And then your sauce options.
Yeah, so you got all your different options that you can choose from.
Because you were gonna guess, and you can say them out loud if you want.
Okay. It's just one of them, or
Yeah,
is
just one bite. Yeah, just one bite of each one. So this is number 6 you're trying right now.
I don't know why they start from one.
It's okay. You can go backwards. Work your way down. It's our podcast. You know, you get to kind of do whatever you want on here. You know.
It's only one of them.
No. You're one bite of each one. I mean, you could take as many. I mean, you could crush every single one if you want.
Okay. This one's giving medium.
This number 6. Okay.
Medium, but I'm gonna say sweet Thai chili.
Okay, so you're gonna go 6 as
Sweet Thai.
sweet Thai chili. Okay.
Okay. Number 5.
So was 6 good though? Did you like it? Did you
Yeah.
enjoy it? Okay. Good wing.
Very good wing.
Okay. All right. It's okay if you get sauce all over your face. I mean, that's the point.
I got
Like, yeah. It's and the sponsor might like that too.
I probably will.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's our podcast. You can have sauce all over your face. It's all right. So 5 you just tried, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's a dry rub, so that narrows it down for me.
Okay. Look at her putting the clues together. All right.
Ooh, it's either garlic parm or blackened.
Okay.
I'm gonna say blackened.
Okay. So you're gonna go.
Spice over here too, but
It's not spicy though.
So you're gonna go 5 is blackened.
Yes.
Okay.
5 is blackened.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
It was good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 4. Wait, that was a good bite right there. Uh-oh.
I recognize this flavor.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I can't put my finger on it.
Okay.
4 is barbecue.
4 is barbecue. Just traditional barbecue?
Ooh.
Because I think we got some options there.
bourbon or sweet.
Bourbon barbecue.
Bourbon barbecue 4. Okay, so 4 bourbon barbecue.
You got Korean barbecue too.
Ooh, it might be
Right here,
No,
it's more
because
medium.
that one was spicy.
I mean, you locked in your answer, so I mean, we're
that
gonna
one
we're gonna
was
stick with that because we're talking steak dinner for the winner of this. So, did you enjoy the bourbon barbecue? It was good. Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Number 3. We'll get you some wet naps after this too. Don't worry.
This one's also
She's confused. She's confused now. Double barbecue.
I think it's honey barbecue.
Okay. Number 3.
Barbecue is an option.
Honey strung barbecue.
Okay.
Honey strung barbecue.
Honey strung barbecue. Number 3.
Very good also. Number 3. Very
Okay. Are you keeping track of how she's doing here?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. You can check so far to see how she's doing.
good. Okay, that one's spicier.
We're on 2. Okay. Not too spicy for you though. Okay.
Sweet Thai chili.
Sweet Thai chili. Okay.
Very good also.
So here's the unfortunate
Sure you did
news:
that one.
is you already guessed sweet Thai chili
Oh.
once. So you already guessed sweet Thai chili. We didn't play a prank on you and do 2 sweet Thai chilies.
Can I re-guess?
So you can re-guess number 2 if you'd like. If you wanna re-guess
You
it.
want to switch the first one?
No, I'll leave it. Wait, which one was? Did I guess
Number
six?
You guessed number 6 is sweet
Can I
Thai
try
chili.
some?
Yeah, go for it. That's fine. It's our show. You can do whatever you want. It looked like you got a better bite there, so I think you'll be able to. I think you'll be able to lock in a better answer.
This one and the key sweet Thai chili.
Okay. Must have been really good if you wanted to go back in for seconds, then, huh? Okay. Don't worry, you can take these home after too, and yeah.
Number 2, chicken honey bourbon.
Okay. All right. So, kick in honey bourbon.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you're on number 1, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What is this dry?
I kind of like that sauce.
I think that there's sauce on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess buffalo lemon pepper.
So 1 is
Buffalo.
buffalo
All of them are
Lemon.
very good.
pepper. All of them very good?
All of them are very good.
Awesome. Okay, which one was your favorite? Before we tell you how many you got right, which one would you say is your favorite?
I'd say number 4.
4 is your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we get a drum roll?
Yes. So you'll say what she picked, and I'll tell you what it actually is.
Okay, number 6
Wait,
was,
But people have to guess.
well, there's nobody else can guess because they didn't try it. She's the only one that's got to guess. So number 6, she guessed sweet Thai chili.
Number 6 is actually kickin' honey bourbon.
Kickin' honey bourbon. Kickin' honey bourbon. Okay. Okay. So you got thrown off a little bit.
Yeah.
It's all right. Number 5, you guess as blackened. is what you guessed for number 5.
Number 5 is mild.
Just a standard mild. Okay.
Yeah,
So we're 0 for 2. It's okay. Hey, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, right?
yeah.
Okay. All right. 4, which was your favorite, you guessed bourbon barbecue.
4 is sweet Hawaiian barbecue.
Close. Barbecue, though. You were right.
Barbecue.
You were correct on the barbecue. Was that the one that you were throwing off a little bit about which barbecue?
Yeah.
Because you guessed barbecue, so that was right. You just got the wrong barbecue
that
on
one I
that.
was throwing off
Okay.
a
Okay. Number 3, you guessed 3 was the honey strung barbecue is what you guessed.
3 is teriyaki.
Okay.
I knew I should have known that was teriyaki.
You should have known.
I
Yeah.
should've known.
That was your second guess.
I think it.
No,
was it?
No, I'm saying that would have been your next
Oh, yes,
guess.
that would've
Yes,
been my next
would have been the next guess, and you would have got it right. And then what was it? Number 2 we're on now.
Yeah,
Number 2, she said kickin' honey bourbon.
that's wrong. I think.
Number 2 is honey garlic.
Honey garlic.
I knew. It was
Had the honey. That was your second guess again, right?
Yes.
Yes, would have been the second one. And then number 1, you guessed buffalo lemon pepper, which he doesn't even need to respond, and you already are.
I did that.
Number 1
Okay.
is actually buffalo lemon pepper.
Oh, let's go. There we go. All right. Okay. So 1 for 6, not bad. It's a good start, right? Now somebody else, the next person on the show has to at least get 1. So you're in the lead right now.
Exactly. I am in the lead.
Awesome. Okay, she's in the lead. So that's great. Cam, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Do you have anything that you'd like to add to your fans at home, to mom and dad, to your teammates, to your coaching staff? Do you want to add anything at all whatsoever?
Go Ospreys.
That's it. That's
That's what I
that's your
have.
closing segment?
Yes, go
Awesome.
Ospreys.
Okay. Do you think anybody in the crowd has any questions for you, CP, at all?
No.
No questions for you in the crowd at all?
No.
Okay. All right. So besides Go Ospreys at home, what do you want the fans to know about this team?
Okay, I want them to know that this team is awesome, and everyone is so fun, and everyone is so good at softball, and we are a really good team, and we're going to keep winning, and it's going to be awesome.
I love it. Cam, you killed it. Great job. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Coach, do you have anything that you'd like to add?
No, great job by Cameron. Obviously, if I need any wing advice, I need to find someone other than Cam. But no, I mean, it was fun. I think this is a nice little segment. It's good arrangement here, and we look forward to being back.